special opportunity right here, Kent, where they hold their own cards. They hold destiny in their hands, and if they win out, they're going to be the #1 seed. And having home court here in the conference tournament, as you said before, it's very key to have that to play on your home floor.
Yeah, that's quite a turnaround from earlier in the season. And the Bearcats, again, they've got everybody healthy really for the first time this year, and that's been a big key to their success there in the second half of conference play. That game that they lost at home to Park back in late January, probably one of their worst efforts of the year. They just could not contend with Park's full-court press, and I understand that they've been spending a lot of time practicing against that press, so they're, I think, going to be ready for that when they travel to Kansas City this weekend. But Park doesn't play tonight. They've got the bye, so they will have had a full week off to prepare for that game as well. So I think it's just going to come down to which team executes their game plan better. McKendree over the years hasn't played all that well at Park. It's a tough place to win. They've got a nice facility, but it's small and it's loud, and nice home court advantage. It's a geodesic dome, so it just has a different look than what you're used to in a normal gym. And so when you don't play in that facility regularly, it just has a little different look to it, a little different feel. The depth perception is a little different maybe on the shots. And so Park, they know they're not a strong offensive team, and so they really have focused on their defense this year, and it's been very successful for them.
So the Bearcats, again, in a situation here, first things first, Williams Baptist tonight. Earlier this season, the Bearcats took it to Williams Baptist, won an 81-62 decision back in late January, and again, in a Thursday night situation, of course, then a similar situation scheduling-wise, and they played, except it's just reversed. They played Williams Baptist at Williams Baptist in Arkansas on a Thursday night, and then came home to play on Saturday afternoon against Park. Lost that game. This time they got Williams Baptist here at home. They go to Park on Saturday for that game. So similar situation here. Bearcats looking for a couple of wins, and again, with Williams Baptist, we see they're 3-9 in conference play, but they do have a couple of guys, not the biggest team, but they've got a couple of scorers there. Kyle Harvey in particular, Wes Livingston, a couple of guys that you got to watch, some guys that can score. So, for the Bearcats, you got to be aware of those two guys. It's like two guys that could really hurt them and maybe give Williams Baptist some confidence if they hit some shots.
Well, that's true. They traditionally have had a smaller team, more of a perimeter-oriented type attack, but that game against the Bearcats, they did have three guys in double figures, and you look at the final score, the Bearcats winning by 19, and they did that with Eric Hobby only scoring 5 points. He scored 12 from the field as he was still kind of getting his legs under him after that long layoff from injury. So we'd expect Eric to put up a little more than 5 points here tonight on senior night, as Bearcat senior players are being honored as we speak. Brad Copeland, Eric Hobby, and Andy Wolff combined have scored nearly 4,000 points in their collective career. Brad Copeland and Hobby have been starters since the first game of their freshman year, and Wolff became a starter as a sophomore. So these guys have had a lot of experience, and they want to go out on a strong note. The last thing they want to happen to them in their senior year is to not even make the national tournament, which is a possibility if they lose that game on Saturday. So they're very focused on each game as it comes up, and putting forth their best effort now that the team is healthy. And so it's going to be exciting this last few weeks of the season. And of course, the playoff pairings will be announced on Sunday afternoon, and you can check out the American Midwest Conference website, which you can get to via the McKendree Athletics website. You click on the AMC link, and they'll have all that information late on Sunday. So we'll know who we're playing and where. All we know right now is the Bearcats will be at home a week from tonight on Thursday against a first-round opponent to be determined.
Let's take a look at those AMC standings right now. As of coming into tonight's game, Bearcats at 10-2 in the AMC. Columbia tied with them at 10-2. Both teams have split. Both teams winning on each other's home floor. So there's a tie there between those two. I've been told the tiebreaker, if it comes down, if they're both tied for first after Saturday's game, that the Bearcats have the tiebreaker on them. So again, win tonight, win against Park on Saturday, you win out, you have the #1 seed, and you host 3 games here on your home floor, as they did last season. We know how good that turned out. Park is at 10-3. As Ken said, they have a bye, so in a week to prepare for the Bearcats going into that game. Harris Stowe at 6-6. William Woods at 5-7. Hannibal LaGrange 4-9. Williams Baptist 3-9, and Missouri Baptist at 1-11. Now, here's the kind of the scary thing about this is that if the Bearcats were to win tonight and lose on Saturday against Park, which again is a possibility, as you said, tough place to play, and Columbia wins out, the Bearcats could end up being a 3 seed over Hall, which means they'd have to go on the road twice and potentially have to beat both Columbia and Park on the road, which not a scenario you want to see.
No, it's not. And Columbia's got a challenge tonight as they're playing at Harris Stowe, and they've had some pretty close games with Harris Stowe over the years there in St. Louis. So hopefully the Hornets will bounce back and give the Bearcats some help tonight. And we'll pass along scores from that game. Scott Cummings keeping tabs on that one for us. So hopefully we'll have a final from St. Louis, and we'll know things a little bit better. But the situation is, if McKendree and Columbia both win the remaining games, they'll both be 12-2. The first tiebreaker is head-to-head. Well, the teams split their 2 games. The second tiebreaker is your record against the next highest ranked team, which is Park. Well, both teams would have split with Park, and the third tiebreaker is road record. And if the Bearcats win at Park, they would have won all of their conference road games. And so you know, if we're coming down to the third tiebreaker, that just goes to show you how little separation there is between the top 3 teams in the conference this year. And that we thought it'd be a 3-team race at the beginning. Columbia, Park, and McKendree. Bearcats, of course, were picked number 1 in the preseason. But we keep saying the Bearcats can't worry about all those other scenarios. If they can just win their last 2 games, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. They're going to get that number 1 seed, and they'll be home for all of their playoff games. Again, 8 teams in the conference. Highest seeded team plays at home. So the Cats will be home on next Thursday night. And then round 2 will be on Saturday, and the championship game, I believe, is on Monday.
Monday or Tuesday?
Or is it?
It might be.
It might be Tuesday.
I think it is Tuesday.
I believe you're right.
The 8th, yeah.
I think the women's finals on Monday. The men's final is on Tuesday. So we'll know much more in a couple of days. Again, Sunday afternoon, the pairings will be announced for the men and women. So the crowd giving a nice hand to the Bearcats seniors. So we certainly appreciate them and hope for a good effort here tonight on senior night and the final regular season home game of the year.
Yeah, certainly, as we see the 3 seniors, Brad Copeland, Eric Hobby, and Andy Wolff. And boy, that's a pretty good chunk right there. 3 quality individuals and 3 really, really solid players as well at a mental.
Cats. They will start at 1 guard John Steppe, a 6'4" sophomore from Effingham, Illinois. The other guard will be Andy Wolff. He's a 6'1" senior from Centralia. At 1 forward, Eric Hobby, a 6'6" senior from Vandalia, Illinois. The other forward is Brad Copeland, a 6'7" senior from just down the road in O'Fallon. And the man in the middle is 6'7" junior from New Baden, Illinois, Sean Rockers. So again, Steppe and Wolff in the backcourt, Hobby and Copeland the forwards, Rockers under the basket for the Bearcats. They're coached by Harry Statham. Men's college basketball's all-time winningest coach with 1,038 wins in his 45th season. He's assisted by former player Eric Eckelbarger, student assistant Brian Hart, and volunteer assistant coach Gabe Souders. And again, the final regular season home game for the Bearcats. They are 16-11 overall. They are 10-2. in American Midwest Conference play and currently in first place by 1/2 game over Park University and Columbia College.
Bearcats, as Kent mentioned, ranked 20th in the most recent NAI Division I men's basketball. Rockers will jump it with Wes Livingston. Rockers ready to go. And he jumps it and emphatically fires it back in the Bearcats, as they do most times here at home, have the first possession off the winning tip. Hobby up top for Rockers. Now to Copeland. Swings it now for Steppe. Left wing now for Wolff. Wolff down low in the box to Rockers and was knocked away I think off the hands of Alan Williams. Bearcats will obtain possession. 20 to shoot, opening possession of the game.
Tallest player on the floor, only 6'5" for Williams Baptist. So look for the Cats trying to get it inside.
And there it is. Andy Wolff takes it right to the hole. Prophetic statement indeed. Off the inbounds pass, Wolff took it from the left wing and took it right in. 2-0 Bearcats at the opening bucket. And now they try to throw inside to Kyle Harvey. He loses it out of bounds. Turnover, Bearcat basketball.
And the last thing the Williams Baptist can afford to do is turn the ball over against this Bearcat team that has a size advantage on them.
Good start so far. Rockers at the foul line. The pass gets bumped there, plays it to Copeland. Now right wing Steppy underneath the basket. Hobby reverse layup is good. Actually just went underneath a sort of backwards layup. And an excellent feed there as they quickly cut into the basket, and Steppy found him.
Yeah, Hobby not quite with his back to the basket, kind of at a 45-degree angle, but got rid of it quickly off the glass. He knew exactly where that basket was.
Go inside, little half hook there by Wes Livingston, and he scores over Rockers. They had great position there. And from about 4 feet, that little half hook, that gets the Eagles on the board. 4-2, Bearcats lead it with the ball. Steppy, foul line to Copeland. Hands to Hobby, steps back for 3. That one in and out, and the rebound to Livingston. Had a good look there off the pick by Copeland, and looked good coming in there. Just rolled around the cylinder and out. Eagles with the ball. Korver's going to shoot from the outside. Right wing, that's no good. And rebound pulled down by Wolff to Hobby. Hobby in the left wing. Up top for Wolff. Wolff inside. Rockers right of the basket. Goes inside. His shot no good. And Copeland, the tap is good. Had a big flop there by Wes Livingston trying to draw the offensive foul. And Copeland there for an easy tap in.
Strong move by Rockers. Lucky they didn't call an offensive foul on him, but perfect rebound position for the tip-in by Copeland.
Alan Williams down the corner for Harvey. Harvey driving the bucket. Short shot. Left it short. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Rockers for Wolff. 6-2 Bearcats with the lead. Quickly into the half-court set. Steppy now for Wolff. Back to Steppy, right wing. Steppy up top, Copeland. Swings it left wing, Wolff. Wolff on the block. 2 Rockers, left side. Lost it. Got it back. Hit his shot blocked. And he never really seemed to get the handle on it. When he did, he was falling away. And Harvey able to block that shot. Williams. Now they swing it for Carver. Carver for Harvey. Now a 3 ball there off the hands of Livingston, and that's good. Wes Livingston with all 5 of the Williams Baptist points. 6-5 Bearcats with a 1-point lead. And David Ruckman, Thunder set to come into the game as he'll check in at the scorer's table at the next whistle. Steppy. Plays it right wing. Wolff will pull up for 3. It's good! Andy Wolff. 5 points early on. He knows it's senior night. Look at that. Good looking 3-point shot there by Andy Wolff.
Andy doesn't take that shot too often, but he was open and knocked it down with confidence.
Now another 3 ball again. This one off of Livingston's hands, no good. And the rebound to Wolff. Quickly for Steppy. Steppy, right baseline. Thought about driving. Cut off there. Now played inside. Copeland turning left side. Layup is good. Brad Copeland inside. Kept the pivot foot. 30-second timeout taken by Jeff Ryder.
Actually, both teams 1 of 2 from 3-point range. We haven't had any free throws yet. The Cats have out-rebounded the Eagles 4-2 thus far in the game.
And the Bearcats scorers, all the seniors. They have all 11 points, led by Andy Wolff, who's got 5. Livingston cutting the bucket, missed the layup. Loose ball, still in front. Copeland able to knock it down, and Wolff gets control. Wolff running, slow it down and set the half-court offense. Wolff now back up top, switches with Steppy. Calls a play out. Now Hobby runs the baseline. Steppy trying to drive. And he kicks it back. Left corner, Wolff fires a pass inside. Copeland back to Wolff. Wolff driving, goes in. Kicks it back out up top. Steppy for 3, and that's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Williams Baptist. Eagles running. Williams up top. Livingston thought about the 3. Now plays it to Carver. Carver up top for Massey. Marcus Massey picked up his dribble. Now Livingston pump fakes the 3, and Ruckman, who had just checked into the game, leaned on Livingston there and gets whistled for the foul. And much to his chagrin, but first foul of the game, and first for David. Just checked into the game for Sean Rockers.
Pretty fast-paced game at both ends so far. Both teams man-to-man defense to start out.
And Livingston, another 3, and that one good. Ruckman was late getting over there, and Livingston buried the 3. He's got all 8 of their points. Bearcats 11, West Livingston 8.
And Livingston, their tallest player at 6'5".
Hobby for three. It's good in the corner. Eric Hobby answers that three. They left him wide open, and he buried that shot. 14-8. Bearcats at the lead.
Both times after Williams Baptist hit the three, the Bearcats go down and immediately hit a three a few seconds later.
Impressive, and a turnover by Williams Baptist as they throw it away.
So Hobby has now hit the 1,800 career point mark with that three-pointer. We're informed by Scott Cummings right on top of that. So again, he's moving up the all-time list within reach of number 8.
And again, he inches closer. Hobby for three, right wing. It's in and out. We had a good look at that. Now loose ball. Ruckman able to run it down. Still battles for it. Plays it to Hobby. Inside for Ruckman. Lays it up and scores.
Well, Ruckman kept it alive, and he was the recipient of a nice pass from Hobby.
Well, about that, David Ruckman, good hustle there. Bearcats doubling up Williams Baptist, 16-8. Massey up top, Livingston swings it for Carver. Carver in the corner now, Williams. Williams right corner, still looking. 15 to shoot. Up top, Livingston swings it now. Massey will put up a three. That one's good. Massey wide open for three above Wolff. 3 threes for Williams Baptist. Timeout call by the Bearcats. Hobby, Ruckman, and Copeland. Springs, left corner. Inside for Copeland, back out to Springs. He'll pull up for three. It's in and out, and the rebound batted free. Copeland able to get it. Underneath the basket, lost it. Hobby goes right back up, and he just misses the short shot, but he'll draw the foul.
So Springs, who's made only one three-pointer on the year, barely missed one there. That ball was down in the cylinder and popped back out. Copeland mistimed his jump, but Hobby ended up with the carom, and Hobby, the Bearcats' best free throw shooter at 88%. 6'6" senior out of Vandalia. Misses the first one, so a rare miss at the line for Eric.
There's Sykes and Logan Chappell, I should say, check into the game for Williams Baptist.
Bearcats with a 5-point lead here. Williams Baptist hanging in by virtue of their red-hot shooting from the outside. Hobby makes 1 of 2 at the line.
6 for Eric, and that's the lead for the Bearcats. So Williams Baptist with the ball. Livingston runs it up the court. Swings it now for Chappell. Chappell plays it inside for Livingston. Livingston trying to post up Ruckman. Now picks up his dribble. Almost lost it. Plays it inside, and then Ruckman. Oh, good tie up there. Sykes had to bounce it off Ruckman as he was cornered in the right corner and not to fall out of bounds. 19 to shoot. Williams Baptist with the possession. Inside. Popping out, Livingston, short shot off the rim, no good. Bounces free, away from Hobby, but right to Spring. Bearcats run, Spring. Right wing corner now for Pettiford, swings it. Left wing for Hobby. Hobby looking, up top Springs, right corner. Pettiford thought about it, now will dribble out. Plays it back out top, 20 to shoot. Left wing now, Springs, up top Pettiford. Right wing, Hobby. 3-ball, that one off. Rebound Ruckman. Ruckman back up strong. It rolls in and out. Gets the rebound and had it knocked away. Boy, it was in and out. Ruckman was there for the putback and in and out. Here comes Livingston. Up top, plays it now for Sykes. Sykes back to Massey. Massey looking for help. Gets it back to Sykes. Sykes inside. Massey cutting for the basket. Scores.
Boy, a nice backdoor cut there by Williams Baptist. Good execution on that play.
Massey with 5, 17-13. Bearcats with a 4-point lead in the ball. John Steppe set the check back in. Hobby up top. Pettiford looks open for 3. It's good. Carrington Pettiford. First look from the 3-ball. And KP with a 3. And maybe that's a good sign, too, hitting that first bucket for Carrington.
The Bearcats 3 of 7 from long range. Very respectable percentage. The Eagles have switched to a 2-3 zone, and so the 3s are going to be there.
Here comes Livingston, cut off, kicks it back out. Massey, he'll take the 3. That one too hard. Long rebound, pulled down by Sykes. Sykes able to run it down, running baseline, plays it near side to Livingston, off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Ruckman, and a cheap foul there by Livingston, and that's 2 on Livingston.
Bearcats with a big advantage on the glass here early. Hobby will check out for a moment. John Steppe back out there. Has to go to a 3-guard set with Steppe. And Pettiford along with Springs at the point. Ruckman and Copeland down low.
Brock Johnston and Alex Garmrath check in for Williams Baptist. Bearcats a 7-point lead with the ball, 20-13. Springs running the point. Up top. Looking, he'll dribble left wing. Cut off there, now in the left